Tell me why it's the 13th of July and I am only just getting round to filming my July hopefuls / July TBR. Your gal has been busy, okay? And it is absolutely scorchers here in England, so I've got a fan going in the background, so apologies if you can hear that through the mic. But without further ado, let's get into it. As I said, it is partway through July, so I have already read 2 books. So I will do a July reading wrap up, so I won't really I'm not going to delve into too much detail. But the first book I read, and this was on my July hopefuls, and it is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I'm not going to give my rating, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. But I really enjoyed that book. I love Elsie Silver's writing so much. I will read anything Elsie Silver writes. Okay. So I enjoyed that book. I loved Tabby. She reminded me of Willa, my girl. Not my favourite one of hers, but I'll go into detail when I do my reading wrap up. The second book I read was I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Harpman. This was my book club book. Now, I could rant and rave about this all day for good and bad reasons, but I'm going to wait and I will tell you in my reading wrap up my full thoughts and feelings. But it was such a dystopian book and a very bleak. That is the word I'd use to describe that book. It was very bleak, but I really did enjoy the storyline. It was just the ending. It was a bit let down, but I'm not going to... No spoilers here, don't worry. The third book on my list is Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I'm going on holiday and I really wanted a standalone romance. I wanted a standalone spicy romance. And Penelope Douglas was just calling my name. So yeah, I'm like 17% of the way through this and I'm really enjoying it so far. And I plan to read 2 books on holiday. So the second book is Problematic Summer by Ali Hazelwood. Now, I have never read any of her books, so I'm looking forward to reading them because I've heard a lot of good stuff about her books. I really want to read Bride, but that is really intimidating. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading them and just sunbathing and doing absolutely nothing else. And then when I get back from holiday, I don't think I'm going to end up reading both of these when I get back because there's not much time left in the month. But on my list and my hopefuls, it is Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. My initial plan was to read this straight after Binding 13, but I don't want to be a sobbing mess on my sunbed. So yeah, I'm going to leave that until I get back home. And then the last book on my list for the July, which I don't think I'll manage to read, but it is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillick. I am so excited to read this. I love the cover of this book so much, and I've heard so much good stuff about Rachel's writing. I've not read is it the Shepherd's King duology? I've not read that yet, but that is on my list, and I will read that after I've read this. But yeah, I might read more, I might read less. If I'm on holiday, I might get through more books than I expect, but the 2 books that I have on my priority list are obviously Birthday Girl and Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood.